Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. Well, except today we are not stitching. As you saw earlier, I got some kits from ACL and I thought, why not? What the heck? Yeah. So I'm using color number 20. There's no DMC numbers, nothing. I just thought I'd see how good or bad this went. We'll have to see. I stirred that up. I do have a bowl of water here to see how well it comes off of my brush. It is quite thick paint, so it will go a long way, but I'm not the most careful person here in the world. But we thought, what the heck? And it's even more difficult to paint while you talk. Yeah. I mean, I could paint a picture with my own paints and my own canvas and all this, and talk, but I don't know, this is a little bit different. But we'll see how well this goes. Now, I did make the mistake of cutting that off, so it's kind of precarious at best when it's cut off. So, like I said, and brushes I've never ever used, so we'll see how this goes. Let me see if I can bring you in so you can see what's going on. Yeah, so this is day 5. What a way to end a week, huh? Yeah. We've had some different things this week. Sometimes I don't get tired of it. I just want to do something different, you know. And it's not like it's been put on, all the cross-stitching and diamond painting's been put on a back burner somewhere. That isn't it. I just want to try something new. And we'll see. But I thought, why not? It's right there. And it is such a beautiful picture, as you can see from the picture I posted there. So, hopefully this will dry fast. We will see, right? Isn't that the way that goes? Yeah, so tomorrow I will have the final, what do you call it? The final video where you all will, put all your numbers. So, pay attention today and get your last 2 numbers for the big drawing that I'll do on Tuesday. Sorry I'm so quiet, I'm concentrating, can you tell? It's been a hot moment since I had a brush in my hand. And I did iron this a little bit with, it wasn't too hot of an iron at all. I, didn't go all the way up to cotton or anything like that. I just kind of kept rubbing across it. Now, if this part that goes from that way down, gets wrinkled again, as long as it doesn't have paint on it, you can iron it. And these are acrylic paints, unlike you know, back in the day when we had to use oil paints. So, we'll see. We'll see how long I put up with this. But I'm coming from a person that knows how to paint a real picture, you know. So I just thought I'd see what the quality of the paints were, you know, so I could recommend them or not recommend them. But the paints are good. The brushes seem to be fine. Only used one brush here and one paint. And if they're a little bit dry, you can add a couple drops of water to it. This won't be something I'll be doing on the couch, because can you see that happening? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm trying to... Let me do this. I've got my clips on the other end of this. Hang on, let me bring it out. Whoop, I went the wrong way. My bad. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Where did that come from? So yeah, it's just a nice project. This would probably be something I'd pick up in the wintertime. Actually, I'm trying to see if there's any more 20s while I got this color out. So, it does lay nice. I'll give it that much. Now, my friend that visited from Arizona, they're starting to do, you know, like landscape painting with acrylic. So I've been mentoring, if you will. So I thought I might as well just do this. We'll see how it goes. Now, I don't know if I would let the colors that you're working with dry here. You know, before you painted the one right next to it or not. I have no idea. I'm just painting in an area. Oh, before I forget, the number for the first number is number 10. Seem to be a little something something there. So I don't know anything about this. So we'll just kind of give it a wide berth, let them dry, because they're going to dry. And I've already got it all over my hands. Of course I do. It's Lora. I got my best paint shirt on. Where was that? Oh. Jeez. Focus, 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 focus. I don't know about that fan. It might be a little bit tedious to paint. Just not real sure. But I thought I'd just give this a try. See where we're at. We'll be back to cross-stitching in no time, because I'll lose all patience with this. But, you know, some people like paint by number. They find it quite relaxing. I find it kind of, not bone-shattering, but, yeah, it's like, okay, I gotta really concentrate and focus. Now, give me a coloring book, and I can color all day. I'm good. But paints, it's kind of a different story altogether. One thing I do like about this is that it is acrylic paint, so when you get done, you can put your, or not put it, but wash it up with just water. And I wouldn't use too much soap. It's not going to be too far into your brush, unless you get a whole bunch on there. I'm trying to lay down all the little globs that I keep leaving behind. There we go. And this is still wet over here from where I painted. It's still got a little bit of residue on it. Or, you know, you can see the glossiness. So, a little different. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the deal. But it looks like they've given you enough paint. It's not like you're gonna have to, you know, wipe any of it off or anything. I think it's gonna soak into that canvas enough that if you need to fix it, or you accidentally dropped a color on it, you know, just paint over it. You save yourself some grief. Oh, there's one right there. I have to keep adjusting it because I'm not seeing numbers. They're pretty tiny. If you wanted, you could work with a magnifying glass. Crap. Excuse me. I finally got too much paint on my end of my paintbrush there. I'm surprised they don't give you more instructions. Because if you've never done this before, how would you know? You know? Seriously. Yeah, you don't have to worry about me leaving cross stitch or diamond painting anytime soon. It may be for me, it may not be. Just have to work with it, and it's something that takes concentration because you're trying to get it in a certain area. Kind of a freestyle painter myself, so, you know, having rigid guidelines, so to speak, it's kind of taxing. If you want to see my previous paintings that I've painted, this has been about 5-6 years ago. They're on my what do you call it? My Facebook account at Angel Eyes. It's Lora Angel Ballinger Boyden on Facebook. And I just kind of, after I got here to Colorado, I stopped doing any kind of acrylic painting. That's when I got into diamond painting, and consequently here we are at cross stitch and diamond painting. So. And I'm using this tiny brush because I'm afraid to use the big one. Unless maybe up in there, but still, you got a ways to go. Oh, there's another one right there. But I just thought I'd give it a whirl and see what it is. You don't have to think much, just look for your number. I don't think there's any more up there. I know you're all screaming, it's right there, get it. No, I can't see it. Alright, I don't see no more. And I did, when I opened this, I just kind of ran the brush around it so that it will open again. And push it down when you're done. Let's go with number 11. Nope. Hang on. Number 11. We're going to leave it attached here. You can kind of see. Is that the brush I have? Just going to open it carefully. It takes a hot moment. And there's some paint because it got shifted, see, in the thing. This is kind of a medium thickness of paint. I've worked with stuff that's much thicker, but it's pretty full-bodied. And I'm just trying to get it out of there, kind of like you would if you had a paint can. I don't want to go too much around that outside edge, just because I don't want to get so much paint down there that when I shut it, I can't get it open. And then I just put it in water, and it came out. So that's good. Let's get our other paintbrush here. Yay! Are we having fun now? Is everybody asleep? Wake up, wake up. Oh no, I'm just kidding. We're just going to go right next to this other color and see just what happens. You can always paint over it. Acrylic painting, you paint in layers anyway. That acts like it might need a little bit more just to cover up that number. Doesn't seem to be bleeding into the paint. I don't know. I can still see that number. So I just add a dot and it covers up the number. There we go. And then just keep at it. These paints don't need to be stirred. They're pretty. They're not like oil paint, you know, where the oil would set up on top and you'd have to stir them all. So it's kind of a different setup. Yeah, I just kind of got out of painting. I didn't have room or time to do both crafts, so I just kind of stuck with cross stitch. I always did like cross stitch and embroidery. Then there was diamond painting. But you could kill an afternoon doing this. It depends how much patience you got. because it takes a hot moment. There's a bit of a learning curve, you know, as it is with everything else, you know. But the paints don't seem to be blending together. Crap. You know, when you put them side by side. I'm looking at the top. I don't know if it's just shiny paint or if it's still wet, so I just leave it out and it dried probably in half an hour. Depends how thickly you put it on here. But for, you know, 12, 15 bucks, it's not too bad. And everything's right there for you. You don't have to buy all the separate colors. And I'd kind of go over and touch over on some of these light colors. Like, retouch over the number is what I meant to say. And we may never do this again, so, you know. We'll see. We will see. And it goes only as fast as you paint, you know. Not everybody paints the same speed or whatever. So just do whatever you do. But if it appeals to you, knock yourself out. We can at least say we tried, right? The second number for today and the last number for this week is 71. 71. But I thought this would be something different for us to do. You could do it when it was real stinking hot outside and you didn't want to go out and be outside. Because I know it's getting hot in some of the places people live. It's supposed to be 100 degrees. It was supposed to be yesterday 100 degrees in Denver. But it only got to about 80 something, 82, 83 here. Up in the mountains. So, you know, it's all up to you. Oh my goodness. This is all the further we are? Sorry, I keep hitting the camera with my head. So not planning on doing much anything the rest of the week. I don't know, you know, unless something comes up. Some of these spots are so small. It's just outrageous. But at least they don't run into each other. I was worried about that. you know, or bleeding, whoops, that ain't gonna work, bleeding into the color next to it. But it's not. I'm used to it being wet, see. I need to get a couple, what do you call them? Q-tips, just in case. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to get ever finished, but, you know, it's like everything else I do. Probably not. I just don't know if I got the patience to fill in each one of these little holes. And then what's it going to look like in the end? I have no clue. Not a clue. If this will be better than I think it will be. What I used to hate about paint by number was that it showed every single individual place that you went. It's like the colors were not blendable next to each other, so we'll have to see how this goes or doesn't go. Way too much paint. And it's kind of a shiny paint. So we'll have to see. But I just wanted to try out the paints and try out the kits before I forget that I have them. And then they dry out. Because once they fully dry out, there's no bringing it back. Okay. Tell you one thing, it does get you in the neck. Sorry, I hit the camera again. My bad. Just kind of makes me anxious. I don't find this relaxing at all. I like the picture, but, you know. I'm anxious because I'm trying to get it where it needs to be without making a mess. You know, because Lord knows I can make a mess. But see how the numbers stick out on that light color, so I may go, like, take some white. There's a white in here. Put a splash of white across the number, not a splash, but a stroke. And then put this paint over the top of it, and it should cover up those numbers. Because you really don't want them to show through. All right, well, that was exciting, wasn't it? Well, don't forget to get all your numbers together, and tomorrow I'll have another video, and you'll comment in the comment section with all your numbers, and then I will draw on Tuesday. See, if I had a, what do you call it? What is that thing? Q-tip, I could just take that off with a little Q-tip where I miss. But I can go back with the color and kind of touch around it. And I don't know how beautiful this will be when it's done. Now, that's why I picked one of the smaller ones, because I'm not going to waste my whole time on a big one when I don't even know how this is all going to come out in the wash. You know what I mean? But see, the color doesn't even, what do you call it? Like separate. Which is good. And they just snap right down. Just make sure you snap it down or it'll be dry in no time. Because see how that comes flush right there? So that's pretty good. Well, that's yeah, I'm good for right now, because my neck is killing me. But make sure you get all the paint out. But it just takes a little water. And there you go. Alright guys, thanks for watching today. Thanks for putting up with all my stuff. Whoops. I didn't get it tight. I was going to move the painting over so you could see what we'd done. Yeah, okay. We'll see. I might just do a section right there and see how that all looks blended together or whatever. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye.